Hey, friends. Kristen Carey here. I am going to be talking today about two core beliefs of sexual addicts. There are at least four that Dr. Patrick Carnes, kind of known as the godfather of sexual addiction, has stated. But today we're going to talk about two, and I will cover the other two in another video. So these first two basic core beliefs are number one, I'm basically a bad, unworthy person. And number two, no one would love me as I really am. So these two core beliefs are so steeped in shame. And the difference between shame and guilt, shame is I am basically bad and unworthy at my core. Guilt is I feel bad about something I did. I can generally love and accept myself and believe others can love and accept me, but I have done something wrong and I feel badly about it. So shame, in this sense, toxic shame, is very unhealthy and keeps us trapped in patterns of hiding and lying, and keeps us shut down from being able to truly receive vulnerability or be vulnerable and receive love from others. So that second core belief of no one would love me as I truly am is especially tricky for the sexual addict who has secrets, behaviors that they've been doing that they don't want to do oftentimes. I talk to partners of sexual addicts all the time, and they really truly think, well, this person's doing what they want to do. But there comes a point in time with a sexual addiction where the person that's acting out sexually actually hates their sexual behavior. They hate their sexuality sometimes, and they wish they could be rid of it and free from it, because it's enslaving them. And it keeps the cycle going of making them feel more and more like a bad and unworthy person. And the further down the trail of the sexual addiction and the secrets they go, the more steam that addiction picks up, the more and more worthless they feel, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the more secrets they have, and the more ashamed they are of their sexual behavior, the more they want to make sure their partner does not find out, because at their core they believe if she knew everything that I've been up to, if she knew my sexual secrets, there's no way she would love me and there's no way she would stay. And this is so interesting. I was just having a conversation with Dr. Janice Caudle and Dan Drake, who are guests on an upcoming episode of the Living Truth podcast that's going to be releasing later in June, about the issue of full disclosure and whether the sexual addict should tell their partner what their behaviors have been or not. Ultimately, that is the choice of the partner, and we believe that if the partner needs to know what's been happening in this sacred covenantal area of sexuality in the marriage, that it's perfectly acceptable for the partner to ask for that. The reason why many sexual addicts do not want to tell their partner is they really believe that if she knew everything I've done, there's no way she would stay. When in fact, statistically and anecdotally, I can tell you the majority of betrayed partners leave not because of a specific sexual behavior or a pattern of behavior, but because of ongoing deception. So it is actually far less painful for your betrayed spouse to know what you've done sexually than for you to continue to lie to them, because the lying and the gaslighting and the trying to twist and manipulate the truth, which is a form of emotional abuse, that is the reason why partners tend to leave. So if you're listening to this and you're the one with the problematic sexual behavior, I just want to encourage you. One of the most powerful things you can do is get with other people who also have struggled with problematic sexual behavior and who are honest about it and know how to get free. When you are in a context with other people who are struggling with the same thing as you, you can finally go, oh my gosh, me too. I'm not the only one. You see these other people who are not unworthy, who are children of God and lovable, and they're able to share their secrets and not just hang their head in shame. And you can start doing the same. You can start being honest with the safe people who are going to accept you. There's nothing in it for them to lose. They're not your spouse. That's a good first step. And then as you realize that these guys accept me, these people in my recovery group, they accept me, they love me, they've done similar stuff and they're still standing, and wow, their marriage made it too, even if their marriage did not make it, the fact that they are standing upright as a human being, living and breathing, and you can see their wisdom and their innate worth as human beings created in the image of God, it can help strip you of your shame. And if you are the partner, it's helpful for you to know that if your spouse is a sex addict, they probably despise themselves deep down, even if they have a facade or a mask of arrogance. That's hard. It's not your job to take off the mask. It's theirs. It's not your job to extract the truth from them. It's theirs. However, oftentimes they're not going to want to tell you the truth because they believe at their core that if you knew, you would never stay. And this is part of why a full disclosure followed with a polygraph done with trained professionals is highly recommended, because you don't have to try to figure it out and become the detective yourself, because you do deserve the truth. I just think it can give insight and help to understand why he's holding on to these secrets, why he doesn't want to be forthcoming when you're begging for the truth. Because deep down, he feels like a horrible, worthless person, and if you knew the truth, you would never stay. Sex addicts at their core believe that if people truly knew them as they really are, with no masks and no performance and no ego, no being able to provide financially or be the funny guy or be the super spiritual religious guy, if they took off all the masks and they revealed their true self, that they would be rejected and not loved. And that is a horrible belief. It's a horrible, like, belief to live with. Think about how terrible that is, to believe nobody would truly love me as I am, which is the ultimate lie. Because God created us, we are no mistake. No matter what our behavior, we are accepted and loved by God. And I really believe we can experience that with other people, be set free from this destructive shame cycle, be set free from the unwanted sexual behavior, and walk in truth and freedom and self-acceptance and acceptance from others, and a marriage with vulnerability, honesty, transparency, built on a foundation of truth that is stronger, better, and more durable and more fulfilling than any sexual high, any facade, any protection of your image. And I believe this is possible. So I hope you do too. And if you don't, please reach out to us. We would love to help you.